I had last Sunday off. You had a great time, I'm sure, with Georgie. And Paul and I went to the movies. We got popcorn and everything. It was quite something. And we went and saw The Boys in the Boat. Has anyone seen The Boys in the Boat? If you haven't seen it, you want to see it. It's a very well done book that they've made into a movie. And it's about a rowing team from Washington University that during the Depression, and they're creating their second team and their junior team. And so many people, young men at that time, barely can stay in college. And, they're barely eating, they're sleeping, who knows where. And if you make the team, you get food, and you get a bed, and you may get a job. And so the kids that are coming up to try maybe have never rowed before. And yet they keep training and training and training. And in their first meet, they win. And everybody is just dumbfounded. And in the regions, they beat California, they beat all the schools, yes. And then they are in competition with all the big schools on the East Coast, where rowing is very much part of their curriculum. They beat all of them. They win the national tournament. Yes! And it's a true story, and they end up at the Olympics in Germany. And they bring home the gold. So this story reminds us when there's no chance in HELL, it's not impossible. Determination, guts, practice, and zeal. Our unity word, just commitment, a fire, an energy to win. So if you haven't seen that movie, you want to be sure and go do that. It is just amazing. Amazing. I have a reading from Mark Nepo's book, one of my favorites, and it's called The Spoked Wheel. What we reach for may be different, but what makes us reach is the same. Imagine that each of us is a spoke in an infinite wheel. And though each spoke is essential in keeping the wheel whole, no two spokes are the same. The rim of that wheel is our living sense of community, family, and relationship. But the common hub where all the spokes join in the one center where all souls meet. So, as I move out into the world, I live out my uniqueness. But when I dare to look into my core, I come upon the one common center where all lives begin. In the center, we are the one and the same. In this way, we live in the paradox of being both unique and the same. For mysteriously and powerfully, when I look deep enough into you and find me, and when you dare to hear my fear in the recesses of your heart, you recognize it as your secret that you thought no one else knew. And that unexpected wholeness that is more than each of us, but common to all, that moment of unity is the atom of God, the spark of God. We are reminded over and over of our differences and our commonality. And it's frustrating. It can be frustrating. And yet we always go back to, there's more. There's more. I'm talking today about, it's the last in our series of the divine in you. the divine in you. And we had Linda Martellowitz at one day as our speaker, the author. And the divine is you, in you, is about connecting. Not just the divine is in me. It's connecting with that. It's experiencing that, and it's expressing it. And one of the ways we do that is when we honor everyone's uniqueness. That's one of the ways we connect to the divine in me and in you. The divine in you is creative. It's powerful. Effervescent. Light. Joy. Abundant. And a lot of times we ignore it. We have this source of wealth, of strength, of fortitude, of fulfillment. And we're just kind of in our day-to-day world. We drive to work, or we go to the grocery store, or we watch television, we do the laundry, we take the dog out, we just live this life forgetting that we are divine. And how do we use that divine power, that divinity? Is the switch off or on? Or do we occasionally think about it? Oh, yeah, that's right. And how can I use that power for the greater good? How can I use that power for the greater good in this ministry? Whoa. Do I flip it on when I walk in the door, or flip it on? I mean, it is very essential that we're conscious of our divine nature. It isn't in our back pocket. It's in our heart. I am divine. Let's say it together. I am divine. I am an expression of the divine. Let's say it. I am an expression of the divine. So a few weeks ago, it was more than a few weeks ago, we did our white stone ceremony. And like me, probably a lot of you, that's one of your favorite ceremonies we do. And I was reading something I didn't know about the white stone ceremony. It's actually ancient. And the people who were in prison were given a white stone as they were released. And it was a sign that they could show people that they had done their time. And they were ready for change. They were complete with that experience, and they were ready for something new. And so I think of that with our white stone and our lives. When I wrote on that white stone, was I ready for something new? Was I ready to change my negative thoughts? Oh, that. Was I ready to let go of a fear I might have been carrying forever? Am I ready to change? Could I say I did my time with it? It's complete. It's over. I'm in a new direction. Yes? No? We have 3 yeses. A few. And acknowledging that we have that power. And everyone in the world has that power. It's not that we're in a special place, that our consciousness starts with a U. It's not that. It's about taking ownership and living the truth, living the passion, living the extension of our lives. So I've asked a couple people to come up and tell us what they wrote down on their white stone as their intention for unity of Salem. And they're coming up here now. You see the movement. Now you can join them if you have something you would like to say.
I'm ready. I had the word growth come to my mind, and I don't mean just growth in numbers. I mean the growth that appears when somebody takes my parking place at Safeway. So it's that kind of growth as well.
The word I wrote down for unity is abundance. And I think that just covers a lot, not just financial, but growth and community.
And I wrote down strength. All of us have gone through a lot to get to where we are today, and it takes strength. So I envision more strength for more people to come back.
Thanks. Right behind you. Oh. Anyone else who want to come up? It's like, no. Okay.
I confess, I did not write anything on the stone, but I did something, which I had a friend who, in a note, put a $2 bill in an envelope and wrote on the note that if you carry a $2 bill with you at all times, you will have unlimited abundance. And when the basket came around, the offering, that's what I want for everyone at Unity. And so I put a $2 bill in the offering, because if you don't circulate it, it can't come back to you.
Great. We got one more over there.
Well, I put health because I felt like it covered everything. Everything.
Thank you. We got one more coming up here.
The word, that's loud. The word that came up for me was labyrinth. It's a vision that I and many of us share for the community that we've had for a number of years now to build a labyrinth, a permanent labyrinth here on our property, and it goes along with your theme of practice. Practice because it's a tool that we can use to become more connected with our divine self.
Thank you. Little round of applause for those folks. They were willing. They were willing. Oh, here we go. All right, come on. I've passed it on. Come on up.
I chose peace for like world peace.
Great. Thank you.
I chose children. Please bring them on.
Yay. All right. So I know that everyone's word that you wrote is being created right now. It is manifesting. So that's what I'm talking about today, is manifesting our desires. Affirmative prayer is very different in Unity than in most spiritual traditions. Affirmative prayer is not positive thinking. It's not wishful thinking. It is aligning with that divine energy that is in you, in me, and in everything. Alignment, you know when you go to the chiropractor and they align your, that's the best. And we know when we're out of alignment. We know when we're out of alignment. And that sometimes is frequently. Sometimes we move in and out, and there's no judgment here. It's just come back to alignment. When we are using affirmative prayer, we are creative. There's an energy to it. It's not just repeating words. We have very few repetition prayers other than the light of God surrounds us in Unity. It's your prayer. It's your creativity. It is your energy that is moving. So we're talking today about the flow of your prayers, the movement of your prayers. It's not static. It isn't stopping. It is moving and connecting. Now, the part I love is that we don't know when we say this affirmation, this desire, how it's going to happen. That's how you know it's a prayer. Otherwise, you figured it out. Go do it. Don't tell me about it. However, that true desire is moving through you, as you, an energy field vibration. I used to talk about vibrations when I was in ministerial school, and people just looked at me like no one else was talking. Prayer is a vibration. It is an energy movement. And in the book we've been studying, they call it a flow. So it comes from and moves through and is created. Now, I know everyone sitting in this room has had an experience where you had a desire, you had a prayer, and you held it, you sent it into movement, and it occurred, and you didn't, maybe it came about a totally different way than you thought it would. That's happened to me over and over again. So now I'm going to share with you these steps. And then we're going to go into meditation, and we're going to share it. And then in my workshop, we're going to go even deeper into the process of consciousness. So I'm going to share it, then I'll talk a little bit about it, and then we'll go back. So the first step in this affirmative prayer is, I am open to new possibilities. I am open to new possibilities. Now, that's not just one of those little affirmations. I'm open to new possibilities. This is real. So that means I am willing to give up my fear. Because you can't have fear and a new possibility. I'm just saying. I'm willing to give up my fear. I'm willing to give up my judgment about that person or that whatever it is. I am willing to give up whatever is standing in my way of the flow, the movement of my desire. Woo. I relax. I release that which is standing in my way, and only you know what that is. I relax, I release, and I open my heart. I feel new possibilities. I don't just think new possibilities. I feel a new possibility. And then we move into the piece of I acknowledge the universal presence, the energy, we can call it God, we can call it Buddha, that is in everything. I am open to new possibilities. I acknowledge the universal presence, the energy, God at work in my life. I am a spiritual being connected to the divine in all things. I can, I have, I know unlimited whatever it is I desire. A new relationship, financial freedom, healthy body. I can, I have, I know, I can be. Can you feel that movement? I'm moving from new possibilities. I'm moving in consciousness. I'm moving in strength, one of our words. I'm moving in, I'm broadening my consciousness. I've acknowledged, I've released, I've relaxed. And I am having a shift. I am changed. any of you remember the mastermind? I was a mastermind partner for many, 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 many moons. I am willing to be changed at depth. I am willing to be changed at depth. And that's what this process is. And the last one is great gratitude for that essence, that knowledge, that trust that as I have experienced that flow, I've put it out into the universe, and the universe goes to work. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know where, and the universe manifests my desire. It is not really complicated. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars and go to a class about manifestation. It is your natural ability. It is your would you say it to yourself? It is my natural ability. It is my natural ability to draw to me that which I need and desire. It is say it with me, it is my natural ability to draw to me that which I need and desire. Now, the big part of it's not about anybody else. Dang, I know. What do you mean I can't change the world? No, it's not none of my business. What I can change is my view of the world. When I change my view of the world, then things in me change, and I'm different in the world. Are you ready to meditate? You ready to do it? You ready to do it? We're going to swim. I can't swim. Sorry. I really can't swim. It's not my gift. I can pray. Wiggle around. Just go ahead. Close your eyes. No one's looking. Just wiggle around. Shrug your shoulders. Stretch your legs out. Because this is, if you're open to new possibilities, you just got to relax. I relax. I relax. Any tension in my neck, my spine, I let it go. See a white light going down from the top of my head, down through my neck and spine, and all the way down. Healing light. Begin to consciously breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Gently. And into your conscious mind, bring those things that you are ready to release. Any fear, body discomfort, challenge, upset. I release you now. You have no power over my life. I release you in the name of love. And I am centered in my heart. I acknowledge the universal presence that guides my life and everything in the world goes by many names: Spirit, God, Buddha. I acknowledge universal presence moves in and through me as me. And in all that I see and experience. I am a part of the universal experience. I express it. I enhance it. I claim that which I desire. I can do what seems impossible. I have my gifts. I know what I need to know to take the next step. The newness that I desire is happening now. And I am open to the possibilities that I've dreamed of for years. I connect. I align. I create with that one universal presence. I feel it. I have shifted. My consciousness has expanded. With great gratitude, I honor my relationship with all that is. And I trust and know that that which I desire is being made possible in the invisible realm. And I say thank you in advance. We rest now. We rest in the quiet. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this moment in time where everything stopped and we dwelt in the spirit of love, the energy of manifesting, and peace, trusting and knowing all is well. All is well. And so it is. Opening your eyes slowly, I call it cat's eyes, squinting. Smile upon your face. How did that feel? Anyone want to? Hey, Clay gave a thumbs up. Did that feel? Are you willing to practice that? Are you willing to make that part of your day? Because it really does change our lives. It really is possible to change our lives and shift and let go of fear.